Hello friends, welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to talk about how to set up Kubernetes on AWS. For this, we need to follow some of the steps which I have updated in our GitHub repository. Let's jump into our GitHub repository and see what and all steps we should execute to set up Kubernetes on AWS. This is my GitHub repository where we have Kubernetes folder. Let's jump in and we have a file called kubernetes setup.md. Open this. And here we have list of the steps which we should follow to set up Kubernetes. To set up Kubernetes on AWS, first we should create an Ubuntu EC2 instance. Once Ubuntu system is created, we should install AWS CLI. Next, install kubectl. Kubectl is a tool which is useful to manage our Kubernetes cluster. In this case, if we are managing our Kubernetes cluster by using Ubuntu system, then kubectl is necessary over here. Next, install kops on Ubuntu system. Kops is useful to set up Kubernetes cluster on AWS. So we must install kops. After that, we should jump into AWS console, create an IAM user or role. In our case, we are creating Ubuntu system on AWS account itself, so role would be fine. This role should have access to Route 53, EC2, IAM, and S3. To these services, we should have full access. Once we have created role and attach this IAM role to our Ubuntu system, after attaching, we should execute AWS configure. In case if we are using IAM user, then we should run AWS configure, provide the access key ID and secret access key. In our case, only region name would be fine. Next step, in AWS console itself, we should create Route 53 private hosted zone. Even we can create a public hosted zone if the domain is owned by you and you want to access it publicly. But we are doing for testing purpose. So even though this domain is owned by me, I am creating a private hosted zone. Our domain name here is veloxy.net. Assumes that we are creating this cluster for Veloxy Technologies. Next, we should create S3 bucket. We can create S3 bucket by executing this command on Ubuntu system, because by this time our Ubuntu system has access to our AWS console and it has S3 full access. So we can create from the AWS CLI. Still, we can create from the console as well. Either way would be fine. Once we have created bucket, we should export because our kops is going to store all the configuration in our S3 bucket. Next, we should create SSH keys on Ubuntu system because these SSH keys are used to log into our Kubernetes cluster. Next step is to create a Kubernetes cluster. To create Kubernetes cluster, we should provide the cloud. What is the cloud we are using? We are using AWS. Then zones, nothing but availability zone, on which availability zone we are creating. Then cluster name. In our case, we are using cluster name as a demo K8s veloxy.net, and DNS zone, it is a veloxy.net, and DNS type, it is private. So we are providing this information, and also we can provide VPC or any customization you want to do, you can do over here. But this command would be sufficient to create our cluster definition. It won't create actual cluster, it just create the definitions. To create cluster, we should execute this command. Whenever we execute this command, it actually creates our cluster on AWS console. We can see that IAM roles, Route 53 record sets, auto scaling group, EC2 instances, all these are getting created while running this command. And it takes a while to set up our cluster. We should wait 5 to 10 minutes to see that one. And we can execute kops validate cluster to check whether our cluster is ready or not. Once it is ready, we can start executing kubectl commands. Even you can run these kubectl commands by logging into our master account as well, but there also we should install kubectl. I will just show you how can we do that one. Once it is done, if you don't want this cluster anymore, we can execute this command to delete the cluster. In our case, we don't use it, but if you are practicing, you want to delete your cluster, you can do that one. Whenever you execute, it deletes all the definitions from your AWS account and remove the resources. All right. Once it is done, we are going to test our Kubernetes cluster by creating pods, deployments, and services. This we are going to see in the another session. So let's go and do this one right now. So first we are going to create an EC2 instance. I'm jumping onto my AWS console. Running instances 0. I have stopped all my instances. These all are our DevOps instances. Let it be in stopped state until our cluster is ready. Launch instance. So we are creating a Ubuntu system which is used to manage our Kubernetes cluster. This Ubuntu system is not part of our Kubernetes cluster. So T2 micro, nothing to change here. Here as well, add tags, name, Kubernetes management server. I named it as a Kubernetes management server. Next, security group. We are going to use the existing security group, that is DevOps project SG. Then launch, and we are using existing key pair, launch it. View instances. Let's wait until it comes up. Okay, our server is in running state. Let's connect to the system. Go to MobiXterm, session, SSH. I'm using key pair. For Ubuntu system, username is Ubuntu, not EC2-user. Please remember that. I'm logging into server, and let me increase the font size. Okay, now our Ubuntu system is ready. Clear the screen. Become a root. Let's execute the commands from our document. So first we should install AWS CLI. This is the command. It downloads the AWS CLI bundle. ls, we have bundle. Next we should install unzip and python, because by default these packages are not available. Yes, I want to install. Next, unzip our bundle, AWS CLI bundle. It's unzipped. Now execute this command to copy our files under USR local bin. Okay, now we have installed AWS CLI. Let's execute. Yes, we can see before installing, if we execute this command, it throws an error. Next, we should install kubectl. How we have set up our AWS CLI, similar way. Just execute to download kubectl. It's a file. You can just see that. Yes, we got a file. Just copy this one under USR local bin. Before that, add execution permission. Next, I'm copying it. Okay, it's done. Now just I will execute kubectl. It will tell you that syntax error. That's okay. Now I'm going to install. Before installing kops, I will just execute. You can see here we haven't installed kops yet. Let's execute now. This is the command to download kops. Okay, we have downloaded kops. Go back, add execution permission for these two. Next, copy this one under to USR local bin. That's it. Our kops also ready now. This time it says syntax error. That's okay. So far we have set up our Kubernetes management system. In next video we are going to set up remaining steps.